Welcome to NFL Trending. I'm Roger, and tonight we're diving into one of the most compelling storylines emerging from the NFL: the rise, reaction, and resounding message from Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders after securing the first victory of his professional career as a starting quarterback. What unfolded on the field and what came afterward has already begun reshaping the perception surrounding the rookie, the Browns' future, and how critics will approach him moving forward. From the moment Sanders took the field for his first start, the energy inside the stadium felt different. There was anticipation, tension, and curiosity. The stakes were high. The Browns had been searching for answers at quarterback amid injuries and inconsistency, and Sanders, once hyped, once questioned, once dismissed, was walking straight into the pressure cooker. For a rookie still acclimating to the NFL, that moment could have overwhelmed him. But instead of collapsing under expectations, Sanders leaned into them, delivering a performance that spoke louder than any pregame narrative. Cleveland walked away with a convincing win, a 24-10 victory anchored by their defense and powered by Sanders' composure, precision, and sheer determination. He threw for over 200 yards, delivered timely strikes, and minimized mistakes. But it wasn't the stat line that stood out the most. It was the personality, the posture, the message he sent as he walked off the field, as reporters approached him, and as cameras closed in. In the post-game press conference, Sanders didn't hesitate. He didn't sugarcoat. He didn't dodge the gravity of the moment. His words were sharp, confident, unmistakable. "A lot of people wanted to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen." That wasn't arrogance. That wasn't theatrics. That was vindication, spoken from someone who spent months hearing critiques about his attitude, readiness, and ability to transition from college stardom to NFL reality. To fully appreciate the impact of that message, you have to rewind to the previous week, when Sanders was thrust unexpectedly into action. After Dillon Gabriel exited with a concussion, the result was jarring. Sanders completed just 4 passes. He threw an interception. His rhythm vanished as quickly as he entered the game, and social media erupted with the familiar accusations. He wasn't prepared, he wasn't polished, he wasn't NFL material. Analysts weighed in. Fans piled on. It felt like the beginning of a narrative spiraling away from him. And yet, a week later, everything changed. Given a full week of starter reps, allowed the space to prepare, and trusted with the game plan, Sanders looked like a completely different quarterback. He showed patience in the pocket. He made adjustments. He executed under pressure. Perhaps the most impressive moment came late in the game, when the Raiders brought a heavy blitz on 3rd and 8. Sanders stayed calm, trusted his arm talent, and delivered a 52-yard strike downfield, one of the biggest throws by a Browns quarterback this season. It wasn't just a good throw. It was a statement throw. But what followed after the game was even more defining. Sanders didn't shy away from discussing the criticism he had faced. He acknowledged the doubts. He acknowledged that his personality, always confident, always expressive, had been under scrutiny. But he also showed awareness, explaining that sometimes a quarterback has to adapt without losing who they are. "Everybody starts at different places," he said. "Just because I didn't get the summer reps, that's how life is. But it's no excuse. You've got to go out there and perform." That balance, confidence with accountability, is what separates rookies who flame out from rookies who grow into leaders. And in that moment, Shedeur Sanders started looking like a leader. For the Browns, this win did more than provide a temporary boost. It opened the door to questions the organization hasn't had the luxury of asking in years. What if they've found their quarterback of the future? What if Sanders' growth accelerates faster than expected? What if the team rallies behind him the way Colorado once rallied around him during his collegiate breakout? Head coach Kevin Stefanski didn't confirm who the starter would be moving forward, but his praise was deliberate. He commended Sanders' poise, his accuracy, and his control of the offense. He pointed out how the rookie absorbed the playbook and embraced the moment. Stefanski didn't commit to anything long-term, but he didn't need to. The tape speaks for itself. Meanwhile, the Browns' defense played like a unit determined to support its young quarterback. 10 sacks on the night, 3 of them coming from Myles Garrett, who continues to reaffirm his status as one of the NFL's most dominant defensive players. You could sense the team responding to Sanders' energy. On the sidelines, veterans were coaching him, supporting him, celebrating with him. What might have been just another tough game for Cleveland instead became a turning point, one that reinvigorated the locker room. And then, there's the external storyline, the noise surrounding Sanders from media voices, pundits, and analysts. For months, critics noted his confidence, even mockingly calling it too much swagger for a fifth-round pick. They questioned his ability to transition from playing under his iconic father, Deion Sanders, to the relentless environment of the NFL. They scrutinized every move, every comment, every moment of adversity. And yet, as Sanders walked off the field with that win, it became clear that he wasn't just answering the noise, he was silencing it. Sanders' message wasn't just directed toward his critics. It was directed toward the entire NFL landscape. He proved that with time, preparation, and trust, he could elevate not just his own performance, but the performance of the team around him. It showed that the Browns' gamble in drafting him might end up paying dividends. The question now shifts from, can he do this? To, how far can he go? Sanders has the arm talent. He has the mobility. He has the toughness. What he is proving now is that he also has the mental fortitude to handle both the spotlight and the scrutiny. For a young quarterback, those are often the hardest qualities to develop. As the Browns head into the next stretch of their season, the organization faces a decision. Stick with the rookie who just reignited the offense and sparked the locker room? Or return to the original plan once Gabriel is cleared medically? Those decisions are never simple, but they get a lot easier when a rookie delivers a win on the road, handles the pressure, and sends a message that resonates through the league. Sanders' journey is far from over. But what he accomplished in his first start, on the field, and in the post-game spotlight, has already shifted the narrative. He's no longer a rookie fighting to earn belief. He's a quarterback fighting to build a legacy. For fans, for critics, and for the Browns organization, one thing is becoming clear. Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing in the NFL. He's beginning to belong in it. And if his message holds true, if failure ain't gonna happen, then we may be witnessing the early stages of one of the league's most fascinating young careers. This has been NFL Trending. I'm Roger. Stay tuned as we continue to track Shedeur Sanders' journey, the Browns' evolving quarterback situation, and the storyline shaping the 2025 NFL season.